Bug. Morning, friends. I see some people on here. Are we on live? It looks like. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We're coming on. We have a couple of minutes. Good morning, friends. I see some people on here. How exciting. Good morning. Good morning. I see Andrew on here. Thank you. I'm wearing my teacher shirt today, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Vince Cruz. I see Lucas is on here as well. Thank you. Alyssa's here. Faith is here. Thank you for the happy teacher wishes. Thank you. I'm humbled. Thank you for your words. I'm just doing my job as best I can. You guys know I'm doing the best I can with it all. Just checking who's here as you come in. I just want to make sure I have everybody on here. Thank you. We have a few friends. And I have, let me see, Andrew, good morning. Lucas, I see Lucas's mom on here too. Thank you. See Alyssa. Hi, Alyssa. Good morning. Faith. Glad you're here, Faith. Awesome. Thank you, Dominic. Dominic Lopez is here. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Lucas's mom, for all those nice things. Thank you. Yes, it is Teachers Appreciation Day. Thank you so much. So different from how we usually celebrate at Walnut. Christopher is here. Christopher. Thank you. I see Jameson is on here. Jameson. Um, we all know our friend from room 2. Jameson is in our class now, so he's on here watching. Thank you for being here. Erik Fuentes. Thank you, Erik. Thank you, friends. I was going to play a little music, but of course, I was not fast enough. So maybe we'll hear a little bit later. If you have any questions, feel free to. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I love all those little things. I know you work with students as well, Christopher's mom. So I know it's a appreciation week for you as well. So thank you for everything you do. Thank you, Dominic's mom. Thank you, Dominic. I miss all of you so much. Oh my gosh. And I'll be quite honest, I especially miss um, tomorrow would be Wednesday. The parents would bring us lunch. And I'm like, oh, so I'm so bummed about that because we would have lunch forever because, parents cook for too many people. So, oh, but that's okay. That's okay. I don't need it. Um, Thank you, those that are on here. They're just waiting for a few more to log on. So usually what we do for those of you that are new joining us, we do a little writing or language arts if we can. We also have a little story and then we do a little math. I try to go over what's being covered for the week. So at least on this lesson, and then Thursday, we meet twice a week right now. Thursday when we meet, I could touch upon other things like our vocabulary and those kinds of things we would normally do in the classroom. And we try to keep it to a schedule. Hi, Stephanie. I'm glad you're here. I'm writing your name. Thank you. Yes, thank you, everybody, for the happy teacher wishes. Um, some of you may know, some of you may not know. I also am the city clerk for the city of Baldwin Park. I work with Mayor Lozano, and the boys and girls know that. So I did a little video yesterday for all the teachers. If I have a chance, I'll try to link that onto here. Last time we were together, we were talking about growing up, and we were talking about a character named Peter. And I was able to find Ezra Jack Keets' story, Peter's Chair. And I was really excited because I linked it to this live stream. So I'm going to try to do that from now on, friends. Link the book either that I'm reading or the story for the week onto this page. So if you come back in, you'll see, oh my gosh, there's Peter's Chair, and you'll see Peter. If it's not a story for the week, I'm going to go ahead and put Ezra Jack Keats stories because those are the ones that I would be reading to all of you. Remember, I told you Peter is the character in the story, and Peter, through Mr. Ezra Jack Keats stories, you could see him grow and change. That's right. Thank you so much. Okay, please, if you have any questions, please send them in there. What I was able to figure out uh, yesterday, and I didn't realize, Mrs. Macias, and I did tell her happy birthday from all of us. Mrs. Macias had sent me all of the math pages, especially like the homework page, not the lesson ones, but a reteach, and the homework page in an email. So I'm just going to forward it. I've forwarded it to a few of you already. Um, so if that's something that you would want, just text me your email because it's easier just to paste it in there and do it. And I could send it to you, the sheets. You could just print them out, or it's easier to do it. Uh, and then you could just send me those as they are being completed. We're doing three-dimensional shapes, which are the ones that you can touch and feel this week. So we have a few activities with them. Um, Last time we were together, friends, we were talking about how many days we've been in school, and I told you I was going to look it up. Um, Hi, Jose. Jose Escutia is here. Thank you, Jose. Couple of things. Definitely. Just text me, Alyssa's mom, just text me your email. I thought you would, and I said I'll just touch base with her after it got too close to the class time. So just text it to me, and then I'll be sure to send those to you because I know that you've been like manually doing those for her. So thank you. We were talking about how many days we've been in school, and I told you guys we always would count every day. Remember, we would do the days, we would do the months. Do you remember the days of the week song? 1, 2, 3. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Then the week is done. That's right. And the days that have the S, Saturday. And I'm just writing down as you check in. I just started going over a couple of things that we were talking about before. Remember, books will be linked onto this page after any stories that I've read. Please go back to other days, especially Emma and Jameson, who hasn't been on here before. Other days, you can see other lessons. And I'm coming to you straight from my living room. I have an office. I don't like it there because it's not closer to the street. And if somebody comes by, I cannot hear them. So maybe one day I'll film from my office and you guys can and see what's on in there with my desk and all my books and all that cool stuff, my city things. But right now we're here in my living room. So friends, we were talking about the days we've been in school. So are you ready? When we left on March 13th, little muska here, a little flying. When we left on March 13th, okay, we were at 129 days of school. 129 days of school on March 13th. That was that Friday. Remember 2020. And that Friday was the day that I had the meeting with the teachers in the morning. And I can't remember who was our substitute teacher. But then I came back after lunch. And then we were like, we're going to get ready to go. So, friends, we were supposed to go to school all of those days. And I started to talk to your parents after I started getting things ready for school for the city. We had to make sure lunches were given out and things like that. So we came back on the 23rd. I started talking to them. We were texting, and then we figured out this is what we were going to do. Today, friends, counting all those days, not counting spring break, because we were not in school, not counting Cesar Chavez holiday, because we were off. Today, boys and girls, I counted. Today is May 5th, 2020, and today is our 160th day of school. 160. 160. The number is 160. How many digits? How many digits are in 160? 3 digits. Moms and dads, we've been learning first grade stuff already. There are 3 digits in 160. The number is 160, but each of these is a digit in the number of 160. So today is May 5th. So sorry. Who would be calling? Sorry. Cannot take that call. It looks like a familiar number. Uh-oh. Friends, so today, May 5th, is the 160th day of school. If you remember, I told you we were going to go 180. So we really only have 20 more days of school. So I told you I was going to bring you by a special. I'm going to bring you a special. Hopefully by next week, everybody will have the special little something from Miss Ayala. So if you have not given me your address, which most of you have, please do it because you're not going to have it. I want to say hi, Monroe. Monroe's on here. Woo, Monroe. Monroe, I was just saying, I counted the days. Minus all the vacations, we're at 160 days. 20 more days of school days left. So we've got a few things to do. So I'm bringing that special by your house. We don't have to talk. I'll tell you, hey, I'm doing it. You'll see it. You want to come out, say hi, I'll take a selfie, and then I'm gone. Okay, friends? And I'm coming with a special friend. She said, I want to go with you. Her name is Mrs. Robles, and she is one of the school board members for the Ballpark Unified School District. She's my good friend. She's actually in charge of the schools. So remember, Mayor Lozano and the council is in charge of the city, which is everything. We have 5 people who are in charge of the schools with Dr. Froylan. So Mrs. Robles is one of them. Okay, friends. So she's gonna go by with me to drop off the specials to you. Hi, Emma says hi to everybody. Good job, Emma. We're so glad you're here. I have Andrew, Lucas, Alyssa, Faith, Dominic, Jameson is with us now. Christopher, Eric, Stephanie, Jose, Emma, and Monroe. Making sure I said everybody. Stephanie, yes, I did. Okay, so friends, I said really quick, I said today is, and we have about 12 friends on here. Awesome. I said, Santiago's here. Yay, Santiago. You guys, Santiago's on here. Okay, I've just been going over some busy things. So please feel free, if you have not seen the beginning, to go back and see it. Oh, hi, Santiago. My favorite gift today on Teacher's Day is that you guys are on here. Thank you. And like I said, I'm wearing my teacher shirt. Oh, I'm so excited. Friends, so this is an important day. It's May 5th. May 5th. In Spanish, we say Cinco de Mayo. Now, I want to explain it to you because I would be explaining it to you in class. Now, I just want to explain to you what it's all about. People from Mexico celebrate Cinco de Mayo, which is 5th of May. It is not like our 4th of July, the country's birthday. No. This is what happened. Are you ready? to hear the story. And this is why it's a big thing, but let me explain to you. Do you remember, and I'm sorry, I'm using my old map. Let me go like this. I'm using my little binder as a holder so I can hold my papers. Okay, remember I said if I was in the classroom, I would have brought out the map. Now, here's the United States of America where we live. We've talked about this before. So those of you that haven't heard it, please kind of go along with us. Here's the United States of America. On top is Canada. Down here is the country of Mexico. Mexico. All of this is a continent, but this is our country. A long time ago, friends, remember, we talked about this in November. Remember over here, there's another country, there's a lot of ocean, and over here was like England and other countries. Okay. Well, what was going on over here is that they took their boats and they said, hey, here's a new world. And then remember, they started to come over here and they started to live here because they were like, we don't want to live over here. We don't want to pay taxes over here. We don't want to have to live and follow these rules and not be able to pray to God. That was the problem. So they came over here. Remember the pilgrims? And remember we celebrated the first Thanksgiving and they came here and they weren't really ready for it because they didn't know how to build houses. They didn't know how to plant food. There was no blanquita. There was no food for less. They had to live off the things they planted and they got here in the winter. So friends, it was bad. So remember, everybody was kind of coming over here like, oh, let's get some new land. So the pilgrims are over here. Some people found this land. And then they said, hey, there's more down here in Mexico. So there were other people over here called the French. And the French were just going by. They had a big army. And they were like, oh, yeah, let's come down here. And they came even down more. And they were just attacking little countries. They were attacking little land. They were attacking little cities. So this is what happened. The French came over here and they go, hey, tomorrow we're going to go to this little Mexican town. It wasn't even Mexico then. And back then, this was all open. Everybody could just go wherever. So they were like, hey, there's this little rancho town in a town called Puebla. And we're going to go there tomorrow. We're going to take it over. There's little farms. There's not a lot of people. They don't have any weapons. We're just going to go in there and take it. So the French thought, we're going to go on there on May 5th, and we're going to get that little town. It's going to be our land. Just like that. Was that fair? No, it was not. So little by little, they were kind of taking pieces of Mexico, kind of, and just kind of taking it over and living there and being a part of it. And it wasn't even theirs. So all the people in Puebla, in this little town, said, no, what are we going to do? We have farms. We don't even have a weapon, a gun. We can't even defend ourselves, but this is our land. This is our farms. This is where we live. So they got all together, the little town they were, Puebla, and on May 5th, a long time ago, in 18-something, or even, I can't even think of the year. Sorry, I don't have that information. I'll have to look it up. Maybe somebody could look it up. But I'll look it up. These people of Puebla were like, no, you're not going to take our town. So the French came in there. Here we come, riding our horses. We're going to just take it over. Holding their little guns. Guess what, friends? The Mexican people of Puebla got whatever they could and fought them off. They had sticks. They were throwing rocks. They were hitting people. They did not care. The French people were scared. They ran and were like, oh no. They were scared because they did not expect the little Mexican people of Puebla to fight for their land. They thought they were just going to go in there and get it. So here on May 5th, for the Mexican people, it's like a little celebration. It just happens to fall on Teachers' Day. But it's a celebration because they worked together. They were brave and they were strong. and they fought off those people who were trying to hurt them. So for Mexican people, it's a symbol of being strong and brave. They stuck together. They defended their country. I'm sorry, I see people from the city driving by. Oh, I hope they don't stop at my house. Um, if they do, I'm so sorry about that. So, friends, that is something that we remember. Now, I wanted to show something. I said, what can I show them? Something about our culture, our Spanish culture. And I said, oh, Erik Antonio's hat. So if you could see, it's here out of the bag. I have about 6 of them. So I could not wear the charro. Okay. No, no, I could wear because that's a man's charro suit. I'm a lady, I would be wearing a skirt. So here's his hat, one of his hats. Do you see it? And do you see how the back is set up? Yes, it's set for him. Do you see it? I wanted to show you something. It's very heavy. He wears it, and when he doesn't wear it, he's holding it under his arm like this. Do you see? So I wanted to show you. How awesome is that? I love it. I think I'm going to need to take a photo of myself, friends. A selfie. Let's see if I could do it. Oh my gosh. Maybe some of you are seeing my pictures. I don't know. You guys, it's really kind of heavy. That's why I have my hand on it. Some of you love it. Okay, friends, let me put it back. Okay, I wanted to share that with you. So remember, May 5th is not Mexican Independence Day. May 5th is a celebration where people of Mexican culture are proud of their culture and of who they are because they defended their home and they fought for it. Kind of like when our soldiers go to war, they defend us and they are brave and strong. So wanted to be sure I got away too. Okay, friends? I hope you like that. I'm going to go ahead and go. Wasn't that kind of cool? Oh, Emma's laughing. Emma, did you like it? It's really heavy. That was really heavy. Some of you may not know. I know Jameson's family may not know. Um, I have a very great friend who's a mariachi singer. His name is Erik Antonio, and I manage him as well, but that's something different. We're going to go ahead and start, friends, if that's okay. Please remember if you got the WebEx letter from Mrs. Peregrina, it just says that we may use WebEx. To go ahead and please let me know that you've received it and that you read it, okay? We're going to be talking today about long vowels. We started last week, we started talking about the letter A in the long vowel. If you remember, vowels are 5 letters. A, E, I, O, U. They're the same in Spanish, Jameson. They're called vocales in Spanish, but these are in English. We say A, E, I, O, U. Now, the difference of the vowels in English than, in Spanish is that they have 2 sounds. And there's kind of like spelling rules you need to know if it's saying a short sound or a long sound. Don't be too stressed out, friends, because we already know the sounds. For us, friends, our letter A, remember, is like the apple. The sound is ah. E is like the egg. Eh. I in English is like the insect. Eh. O is like the octopus. Do you remember the sound? Ah. Do it, Jameson. Ah. So you get to know the English sound. U is like umbrella. We hold it up. These are the sounds that are on our spelling cards now. That's the short sound. The long sound, now we know the short sound. The long sound, very simple, is its name. So the long sound of A is A. A, like in cake. The long sound of E is E. C, me, B. We, tree. I, the long sound of I is I. Ride, tide, tire, and then there's other spellings that go along with it, like sky and by and all that. The long O sound is O, and that's what we're doing this week, like in toe, like in road. And U, the long sound is its name. U, cute, fuel, um, mule. Okay. This week, friends, you might go, are we going to do E? No, we're coming all the way to O. So we're going to do the long sound of O. And doing the long sound of O, we did black for that one. Doing the long sound of O, I'm going to make a picture here of a what is that? A cone, cone, cone. And I wanted to use a cone because we've been talking about the three-dimensional shapes as well. So cone. And cone, friends, good job, Jameson, he typed it in there. A cone is using our sound spelling. Now, in your homework list, you're going to see there's two sound spellings. There's two sound spellings. There's letter O and then a letter E. When you fill this in, friends, it'll give you the O sound, O, long O sound. But we also see O sometimes. It says its name when it's O by itself. Sometimes. And I'll show you a few of those. Friends, these are two sound spellings. Let me use another. Do you remember the little song I taught you? These are vowels. These are vowels. There's one and there's two. There's one and there's two in here. And do you remember the little two? I taught you two little songs. When two vowels play a game, number one says his name. When two vowels play a game, number one is saying his name. Emma, number one is saying his name. Okay? Number two is quiet. But you've got to write it. Okay? When two vowels play a game, number one says his name. When two vowels go walking, number one does all the talking. All the talking. And this one is quiet. But you still have to write it. And you have to see it when you're reading it, or it's going to be something else. For example, in our word cone. Cone. What do you hear? It could be a what? Could be a C. Could be a what else? K. Yes, K. Or a CK. But remember what I told you about CK. Those are ways, I'm sorry, I don't have it. C, K, and CK. Remember what I told you about CK. It'll always be at the end. It'll never start a word in the middle or at the end. But these are sound spellings for k. It is a C. So I'm going to write O. I hear the O. Cone. Cone. What's the letter? N. Cone. Cone. Do you hear anything else? No. But you have to write the E. You have to write the E. Because if you didn't write the E, friends, it would say con. It would have that ah like octopus. But having the E there makes him say his name, cone. Jennifer's here. Yay, Jennifer. Jennifer, please, please, please go back and see the first part of the lesson. okay? Because you don't want to miss my little story about Cinco de Mayo and my hat I wore. Okay, friends, oh my gosh, time is just going so fast. Cone, what about bone? Bone. B- 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 oh, bone. Bone. Do you hear anything else? No, but you have to put the quiet E. If you do not, it'll say bon, okay? We wanted to say its name, so we put the quiet E. We have cone, we have bone. Beautiful. Get this out of the way so it's not in my way. Another word, friends, rope. Rope. And we're using this spelling for this sound. Rope. R, 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 o, rope. What would go there? A P. Rope. Rope. Do you hear anything else? No, but we have the quiet or silent E. Rope. Rope. Let's read it. Cone, bone, rope. Another word I'm trying to give you because you're going to use these in your homework. What about joke? A joke. A joke. And I'm actually going to cross this out for right now so I could write just the OEs here. Joke. J, j, j. A J. Joe. This is our sound spelling we're using. Joe. O, O, O. Joke. What could it be? It could be a C. It could be a K. Or it could be a CK. Joke. Moms and dads, if they were to write a C, they're hearing the sound, but tell them it might be something different. So thank you. I see people are writing in there. They're telling me joke with a K. Nice. Joke. And then it has the quiet E. I love it. Thank you, Monroe. He's given me a word. Monroe's telling me the word zone. Like you're in the zone, you're in the area. Love it. Love it for giving me that word. Thank you, Monroe. So let's write it. Zone. And it follows the spelling pattern. Z. What is it? A Z. He wrote it for me already. Z. O, zo, o. Remember, always going back so you know you didn't miss something. Zone. An N. Good job, Monroe. Zone. Do you hear anything else? No. But the quiet E you have to put, because that would say zon if you were reading it. So this is zone. Let's read what we've got. Cone, bone, rope, joke, zone. I have other ones too. I'm going to write one more. What about home? Home. H. Ho, oh, oh, oh. Home. Home. Do you hear anything else? No, but you have to write the E. So now O says his name, home, or it would have been hom, home. Let's read what we have. Cone, bone, rope, joke, zone, home. Oh, tone, tone, which is could be like a couple of things. Tone could be like the shade or the kind of color. So sometimes we have like the tone of this blue is darker than this blue. The tone could be like the shade of it. So this is lighter than this one. When you're talking about volume or when you're talking about singing, when Erik Antonio is singing, I hear what tone is he singing in? Is it high? Is it low? Okay, friends? So that's another one. Homework is part of home. You're right, Emma. Home and work. Homework. Home is part of that. Let's try our word tone. I'm going to come up here. A T. We're following this pattern because it's in this pattern. O. There's the O. Tone. N. Tone. That's all you hear, but what do you have to put at the end? The silent or quiet E. If you don't, it says ton. So we want the E. So our words are cone, bone, rope, tone, joke, zone, home. Wow, you guys were doing awesome. And you could always go back on here and see what other people wrote if they wrote something. The other spelling that I wanted to talk for today with the long O, and you might see it. I'm going to come back here. I'm looking if anybody else has joined in. We have our regular, our same friends. Is just the O by itself. It's just the O by itself. O. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes when O is by itself, or it says O, like in this word. Go. So. Maybe you might, some of you might be saying this to your parents, but I'd hope not. No. We have go, so, no. Good job. Jameson had on there, no. This, friends, is my a name, so I'm going to write it with a capital B. And some of you may not remember him, but I'm going to tell you. Do you remember my friends? And I know Jameson doesn't know the story, but we're going to tell him. I went to Loyola Marymount University, LMU. We're LMU Lions. We are Lions. Hear us roar. Roar. So at LMU, I went to school with two friends. I went to school with Hank. Remember, we just honored him 30 years. He unfortunately passed away during playing basketball. He went to school with me, but he had a great friend named Bo. Bo. That was his nickname because his shots looked like rainbows. But this is spelled B-O. I'm going to send him a picture of this so he knows I talked about him with the long letter O. So our words for long O sound, just with the O, are go, so, no, bow. There are some other words that have an O, but they don't sound like just O. They sound like the ah or something else. But these words have the long letter O sound. You can use them because I know that this week you're going to be asked to write a sentence. You're going to be asked to write a sentence using one of the words with long O. So, feel free to use one of these as well. Oh, that is so cool. I'm going to share it, Monroe. Thank you, Monroe. Now I'm going to share that. Monroe, they took a picture of me with Monroe, and I'm wearing my I love it. I'm that big in your house, Monroe. That's awesome. So thank you so much. I love it. Friends, send me your pictures. I'll send you mine. So friends, this is another way of using the long O sound. You can use go in the sentence, no, bow. You can use any of our other words. Tone, bone, rope, tone, joke, zone, home, work. Okay, because I know you're going to be asked to write words that rhyme. These are some rhyming words, sound the same. But you're going to be asked to write lists of words with long O. You're going to be asked to write a sentence with them. Okay, and I know you're going to be doing some other special things with your mom this week. Okay, now, friends, time is just going by. So I'm going to go straight into, if we can, because I know this is some of your friends' first time with our writing. I'll talk a little bit about the math. I'm going to do writing, a little bit about the math, and I hope I could read a story. But if I don't, I'm going to link it. I'm going to link stories attached is what I mean. So when you come in back into this, you're going to see the stories I've been talking about. I'm definitely going to put Ezra Jack Keets stories, and I really want to read the story. So I know I'm speaking a little fast. You were asked this week to write about a best friend. You were asked to write about a best friend, and why are they your best friend? Now, my boys and girls know Miss Ayala has a lot of friends and a lot of people who care about me. And thank you very much. And they've been coming by and checking on me, especially the police officers, Mayor Lozano, and everybody like that. And I've been looking for my little marker pen. I don't know where it went. So, which is, oh, I gotta use blue. So, friends, this is what's happening. You have a lot of friends, but we're asking you to write about a best friend. Now, I have a lot of people who I consider pretty good friends. Mayor Lozano, Erik Antonio, Officer Herrera, all the officers, Mr. Legaspi, my hero. Uh, really great friends, and especially I call him my BFF. His name is Martin, but we call him Nene. Now, my friend Nene, he grew up across the street here from when I lived here. I've lived in this house 20 years. And before that, I lived next door to my mom and dad's home, which is in Baldwin Park. And then I lived, before I went to college with my parents. So I've lived here all my life in Baldwin Park, born and raised, love it. So I'm going to write about my BFF, which is my best friend forever, Martin. We call him Nene. When we are writing, friends, and we talked about this before, you might use lined paper. If you are using lined paper, if you are already using lined paper, please just use the two. This is the top. This is the bottom. And the broken line in the middle for your writing. Please do not be taking up five lines to write. No, no. Okay? If you have lined paper. If you don't, we know how to do it. You make a dot, you make a dot, you draw a cross. This is for your picture. These are for your words. If you are writing, I'm just going to make some lines like this. First, you're going to write your name. You're going to write the date. Today, it's May already, friends. And that, if you count the months, January, February, March, and April, May. You know the months. And that's 5. That's what that 5 is for. And we just said today was May 5th, or the 5. And then 2020. Sorry, it's going to rub out a little bit. I'm using this, and I've already explained because this is paper I've got. Use the paper you've got. I use this, okay? So I'm going to write out my best friend is Martin. We call him Nene. He and I are good friends. Why is he my best friend? He is very nice and kind with me. So what I mean by that is this: if Miss Ayala, and Nene, boys and girls, Martin, Nene, he's a dad. He has his own family. He's a dad of 4 kids. But he is very kind, and if I need something, he's going to do it for me. He actually works at the school right here at Kenmore. So I've known Nene for as long as I've lived here, 20 years. And I know, why is he my best friend? Because as we say, he will always take care of me. If I need something, he will do it for me. That's as easy as it is. If I need him to pick something up because he's got a truck, he's going to do it for me. So he's nice, kind, helpful. If he needs something, I'll do it. If that's what good friends are, friends. They're going to be there for you. They're going to take care of you. Does Mayor do that? Yes. Does Officer Herrera do that? Yes. Does Erik Antonio do that? Yes. Does Mr. Legaspi? Yes. They're all friends, but your best friend is that person that probably you think, oh, I'd really like to spend time with them. So I really want you to think about it. So when you're writing, first thing you're going to do, think about it. My best friend is Martin. My best friend is Martin. My best friend is Martin. Am I going to use Martin or am I going to use Nene? I could later say his real name is Martin. I could say that. So let's do that. Let's say Nene. That's what I call him. My best friend is Nene. How many words? 5. Remember, friends, think about it. Say it. Say it again. Check what you're writing. We're going to have 5 words. My. Capital M. My. It sounds like an I. It's that copycat letter I told you about, the Y. Remember, put your pencil down, read it. My best. Same word or new word? New word. What do you need? Space. Moms and dads, be sure they're doing the space. You're not copying me right now. You're going to do your own later on. My best. Best. What do you hear? A B. Let them write it how the sounds they hear. It's not all about being correct. The idea is that they're following, they're thinking, they're writing it, and you guys are writing what you hear. My be best S. My best a T. Let's read it. My best friend. Friend. Is it going to work there? Is it going to fit? No. Where am I going to go? Not down. Down. Under my. Under. Come back. Under my. Use your words right. My best friend. For. I hear the E. There's an I right before it. And then the E. Friend. See how Miss Ayala is going back to see what she wrote. Be sure you're doing that. Friend. A D. You have to go back. Good writers go back all the time to make sure they didn't forget something. Even when I'm typing something, friends, I've got to go back. I'm texting. I go back and read it to make sure I didn't forget a word. I didn't forget it. Or sometimes because texting makes up words for you, they think they know what you want to write and they mess it up. Instead of writing whole, it would have said home because they think they know what you want to write. So you have to go back and check it even in that. So let's read it. My best friend is. You know that word. That's on the high frequency word list. Is. My best friend is, and I left a little too much space. If I would have moved it over, I could have fit it. That's okay. Let's read it. My best friend is, we said we were going to use Nene. That's a kind of a funny nickname. But it is a name, so it starts with a capital letter. Ne, like an egg. E. Nen. Ne. My best friend is Nene. Period. My best friend is Nene. I could say his name is Martin. We call him Nene. We like to talk. We like to talk. Every time we see him, every time I see him, he sees me. We're always, doesn't matter if he's in a hurry, he'll come over to check on me and we have a little talk, see how we're doing. Okay. And if I see his truck or something across the street, his mom's, I yell, Nene, and he hears me. So my best friend is Nene. We like to talk. We like to talk. We also like to go out and eat, but right now we can't do that. We'll go to In-N-Out. We'll go sit down at a restaurant. We'll go have some tacos. We like to eat. So we go there together. We call it grubbing, but we say we like to eat. So how many words? We like to talk. We like to talk. New sentence. See how I put the period? New sentence. We. One of your words, but a capital W. Because remember, you always start a sentence with a capital letter. You always start a sentence with a capital letter. You always start a sentence with a capital letter. Capital letters are big. So we, these are some words, you already know some of these words. We like. Ooh, long I sound. Follow the pattern. L, I, lie, I, like the K. Most of you know that because it's a high frequency word. Like, what's that quiet letter? E. Let's read it from this sentence. We like to we like to talk. Ah, it's an A-L. I know, weird sounding. Talk, just a K. We like to talk. Is that the end? Yes. What do I put? Period. Punto final, Jameson, is in English a period. Okay? Same thing in Spanish, but we're calling it in English. So let's read it. You have your name, you have the date. My best friend is Nene. We like to talk. Okay? I'm telling you why. He's my best friend because we like to talk. I could have said we like to eat. We like to go to restaurants. We can't do that right now. So, friends, remember your writing is your writing. Two good sentences. I'm answering who's my best friend and why. You can tell me you like to play with them, you like to talk to them, you like to go, sit at their table with them. Remember your picture. You got to show me three things. Bernice is here. I'm glad, Bernice. I know Mom will go back and show you the video. You missed our Cinco de Mayo story. You missed our hat. Today's Teacher's Day. We're all excited. I'm not going to run over too much of my hour because I know you guys have things to do, but we're good to go. We're good to go. So, friends, up here, your picture. I'm talking about my best friend, Nene. Okay? His house is over here. Here's the street. Here's my friend's the Medge's house across the street. My house is right here. We like to talk. So here's Miss Ayala. I've got hair. He saying hi. Eyes, nose. Am I happy to see Nene? Yes, how do you know? Because I'm smiling. Do I have hair? Yes. Do I have clothes? Yes. We talked about that already. I don't want any stick people. I want to see who's in the picture. Here's Nene, always wearing a hat, a baseball cap, always smiling. He's always showing his teeth. He's going to laugh. He has a big smile all the time. He looks shorter than me. He's actually way taller. His hair's kind of short. We're talking. We're outside. It's a sunny day. Even the sun's happy. Sometimes there's little clouds. I know I didn't finish my picture, but remember what we said in your pictures. Who's in your picture? What are they doing? They're talking. And where are they at? My best friend is Nene. We like to talk. Okay? Do you see who's in the picture? Yes. Do you see where we are? We're outside in our neighborhood. Remember our neighborhood? We called it in a story barrio, your neighborhood. That was one of the stories I wanted to read today about a barrio, a neighborhood. And we know that they are talking. We know that they are talking. Here's his hand. I'll go back and color it. Friends, remember spacing. Remember sounding out the words. Think about it. Write it. Draw your picture. Do we need to be upset? No. We need to practice as best we can our words. We have to practice our sounds. We have to be ready for first grade. All of you can be ready for it. I don't want to hear I'm not ready for it. I don't want to go because I don't know if you know this. You can't stay with me. You can't stay with me. Okay? That's not how usually Mrs. Pettigrino will do it. It might happen, but usually it won't. So we really need to really work hard and do what we need to do. Now, I need to go over some other things really quickly. I wanted to go over the writing because I hadn't gone over it in a while. Our shapes, our shapes. We have three-dimensional shapes, like a sphere. A sphere, boys and girls, is like a ball. Is like a ball. It's the sphere. We also have the cone, and I have it upside down because it's like one of those orange cones that we put out in the street. We also have, sorry, a cube, which is a good long U sound word, cube. And then we have a cylinder, cylinder. These are three-dimensional shapes. Last time we were talking about two-dimensional because they were flat, and we were talking about their sides, and we were talking about their angles or their corners, which we called, like the big people, vertices. Okay, these are three-dimensional. You can hold them, you can see them, you can touch them. Now, some words they're using this week with these shapes. Some of these shapes you can roll them like a ball. You can roll them. You can roll them. Some of these you can slide them. Slide them. Show me. Roll, roll. Good job. Slide, slide. So looking at these shapes, which one can you roll? The sphere. The sphere could be a ball, could be a little ball, a big ball, an orange. It could be a lemon. It rolls. What about slide? Kind of like pushing it over. Which one can you slide? You can slide the cone if it's like this. I've seen orange cones in the street, and I just kind of, I don't want to touch it, so I just kind of slide it with my foot. The cube, you can slide the cubes, kind of like slide up. Cylinder, you can slide it if it's upright like this. Another good one. What if the cylinder was on its side, like a can? You could what? Roll it. Roll it. The last word we're using to describe or to talk about moving your shapes, you had roll, you had slide. Another word is stack. Stack. Show me stack. Stack. So which ones of these could you stack? Probably a bunch of cubes for sure. Maybe some cylinders. You could probably stack those. Could you stack cones? Maybe. Probably just on the top. And some people were asking, can the cone roll if it was on its side? If a cone is on its side, friends, it might go, but it might just go like this. Okay? But if you said a cone could roll, I would understand you. I would understand why. Because you're saying it's tipped over, right? It's tipped over and it's rolling. Very good. That was some good thinking. We have a word problem this week. We have a word problem this week about, and I'm going through all of this stuff because we've got some new friends on here who haven't done any of this with us, so they're not too familiar, though they've seen it in Spanish. So really, 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 really quickly, and I'm so sad. We do word problems. Oh, I want to let you know, starting next week, we're going to have word problems, but we're going to be doing some more of our writing of numbers. So just a little heads up. We'll talk about it on Thursday. So we'll do a little examples so you guys can be ready for it. And what I mean by that is that, yeah, counting the numbers, I'll go over it, but I'm writing them. But you don't always have to start at one. Okay, we've talked about that. So I'll show you what we're talking about for next week. But in your word problems, we'll still have that. It's either going to be an addition, where you would use the plus sign, plus, or subtraction, where you would use the minus. And that means you're going to take away. So in our story, are you ready? Because it's Teacher's Day. Miss Ayala had 4 apples. How many apples did I have? 4 apples. I was hungry. So guess what? She ate 2. I ate 2 what? Apples. Read the story because now I'm leaving stuff out. You got to kind of figure it out. Miss Ayala had 4 apples. She ate 2. How many, and I'm drawing the picture, and I'm writing the word. How many apples did she, and I'm using she because I'm a girl, she, if it was a boy, if it was Officer Herrera, then I would use he because he's a guy, or if it was Mayor Lozano. So, how many apples did she still have? These are some different words. These are some different words that we've used. I see some people giving the answers. That's not good enough for me. What's the problem? Boys and girls, can you just tell me how many are left? Nope. That's why we're doing this. You got to show me the work. So let's read it. Some clues here. You're right. Kind of right, because we're using words, so you need to use a word. So I'm going to show you. Jameson, thank you for the answer. Miss Ayala had 4 apples. She ate 2. I ate 2 of them. So am I putting more with a plus, or am I taking away with the minus? And then I want to know how many apples are left. My first number is a 4. I ate 2. Am I going to use the plus or the minus? Am I going to put together or take away? I'm going to take away with the minus. So it's 4. This is what I need to see. 4 minus, how many did I eat? 2. 4 minus 2 equals, draw the picture. This is not good enough. You had 4. You're taking away. What do we do when we take away? Get a picture. Big X. 1, 2. Because you took those. I ate those. How many are left? 1, 2. 4 minus 2 equals 2. Am I done? No. I wrote the problem. If I drew the picture. 2 what? Apples. I'm just copying the word. If there's a picture in the word, draw the picture in the word. In first grade, that's what I had you do. So most of you are going to first grade. There's picture in a word, tell me what it is, picture in the word. If it's just word later on, just write the word. If you know the answer, that's cool. That's cool, you know this, but I need to see the work, okay? Awesome, I even love the emojis. 4 minus, thank you, Jameson, 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2 equals 2 apples. And our story this week is about your mom, and she had some cool flowers and some wilted. Wilted means they got all dried up. So those are like, okay, so I can't wait to see your pictures of that. Now, friends, I wanted to read my story. I'm going to put a link. It won't be this story. I'm going to save this story. This story is called Chato and the Party Animals. He has another story about Chato's Kitchen. Now, Gary Soto and Susana Guevara. I met Susana Guevara. She's the one that drew the pictures. Excellent illustrator. She made this story, and I like it because it's about a barrio, which is your neighborhood, which is our neighborhood, which is our community here in Baldwin Park. So, friends, I'm going to read that story. I'm going to add a link really quick. I'm going to add a link attached to this, is what I mean. So you guys go there and you'll see the stories of Ezra Jack Keets. We had a story the other day about Peter and Peter's chair and his little sister Susie, and he did not want to share his stuff with her at all. At all. He was so upset, but he didn't realize that he was growing and changing. I'm going to go back to another story about Peter. I told you several of them. I have them in class, but I can link them on here so you guys can go on and hear them. They're really cool. I want you to see Peter in the stories. Peter is growing. The one that I go back to will be Snowy Day, where he's a little bit smaller. And Susie's not around yet. So it's just him. Please, parents, if you can please be sure to send me the information if you want the links to the math pages, because I was able, Mrs. Macias sent them to me in a file, so I'm able to send them to you. Some of you have already given me you texted me your email, and I'll send them to you as soon as I get off of here. I have to wait for this to load so that I could, after the live stream, so that I could put on the attachment of the story. Remember, our story this week is Peter's chair. I'm just making sure I've gone through everything. If you need to, if you need to, please send me a message. Send me the work as it is getting done. I miss all of you so very much. I hope that you are still staying home and being safe. They're saying a lot of things about we can go out. Maybe we can go somewhere. I really want you to be careful of doing that, friends, because like I told you, Officer Herrera, Sergeant Real, Lieutenant Huerta, Chief McLean, Mayor Lozano, everybody is advising us against it. If you do go out, be sure that you're wearing your mask and that you keep your social distance. I hope that you have a wonderful special day. Thank you so much for your pictures. Thank you so much for your notes about saying thank you for me. And I even noticed, I went back, Lucas noticed that's Erik Antonio's hat. Yes, it is Erik's hat that I wore. If you didn't see me in it, Jennifer, Bernice, it's right here, but I want you guys to go back to the beginning so you can see how I explained what Cinco de Mayo is all about. So friends, if you have any questions, remember you can call me, you can text me, you can phone me, you can FaceTime me, Bernice and I, Jennifer, we've done FaceTime. I'm happy to talk to you. Christopher, Jennifer, Bernice is here, beautiful. The blue table is here. Yay! We have Stephanie. We have Santiago is here. Faith is here as well. She's still on here. Awesome. Friends, you were doing a great job. The green table was still here. Yay, with Monroe and Jose and Lucas. We have the red table with Erik and Emma. Also, Alyssa is on here, and Andrew. Awesome. Jameson is here as well. Friends, remember, any questions or concerns, just let me know. I love you all very much. I miss you. Send me your address, because if not, you won't be getting the special. Okay. I love you. You take care. This is always my hardest part because I don't like to stop. Please have a wonderful day. Thank you for everything. You be great, okay? Okay, I'm sure I'm going to send you a video text message soon. Okay, love you all. Thank you, Gray. I'm glad Gray's in class as well. He's here too. Thank you, Gray. I cannot wait till I get Gray in my class. Awesome. Going back really quickly, Bernice is here. Thank you. Jameson, thank you for joining. Emma, awesome. Awesome, awesome. Remember, any of you want to FaceTime each other, please let me know. I'm still trying to get that web thing going. I still need everybody's permission to go on there. And I think I'm going to be doing it by your emails. I'm still trying to get the information, parents. Thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful day. I'm sure that I'll be celebrating Teachers Day and also Cinco de Mayo as well. But you guys all take care. I love you all. And I will see you on Thursday. Any problems or issues, please call me, okay? I love you, love you, love you. Okay, be great. Be great.